Alright everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Today we're going to work on finishing up the last handful of areas that the game has for us to go through. We'll probably start with Ash Lake and then move into Sif's area, which I have no idea what it's called anymore, but we'll try to do that area. That area, I don't know, there's not a lot going on there. Like, the Invasion Covenant is there, I'm pretty sure, but, like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a big, flat kind of field area with, like, a bunch of trees and mushroom people and stuff. I don't know, it's not like the craziest area, so we'll probably work on those two areas today. I don't know how much we'll see of both. We might get all of them or like both of them done completely, but I don't know. But we'll probably move into Ash Lake from here because this might be the best area to get to it. And also, I'm pretty sure that this door that I thought was the shortcut is not the shortcut. I don't think this goes anywhere, and because this message is here, I was like, oh, this totally has to be like the shortcut. That just reaffirms my belief that you can open that door. And to be fair, it does look rather suspicious. It's like a hallway and then there's like a big arch door looking thing. I don't think that's the shortcut. So we'll figure out where the shortcut is at a little bit later. From what I read, it's a little bit further into Izalith, I think. It's near one of the bosses. I don't remember which boss it is, but I'll try to be on the lookout for that. And we'll see how that goes, but other than that, we'll move to Ash Lake. Oddly, probably, I don't know, I would say probably like one of my favorite areas in the game for no particular reason. It's not like there's really not a lot going on there. There's no boss as far as I know. I mean, there is a dragon down there that's part of a covenant, but I don't know if you can make him a boss. Like, I think you can attack him and chop off his tail, but I don't know what you can really do with him. There's a Hydra down there. There's some clam enemies. There's some, like, petrification enemies down there. There's mushrooms on the way there. It's just kind of like a weird area. I don't know. It's always been, like, an interesting area to me. Just because it just seems like, I don't know, it's, like, really kind of calm. Kind of oddly peaceful. And there's really just not a ton going down there. It's just like, I don't know, nice optional out-of-the-way area. It looks interesting. Not a particularly fun area because there's really not a lot to do, but I would say interesting for sure. Nice, interesting area. So I'll try to make my way down there. Getting there kind of sucks. Especially if you try to go down there in the beginning of the game and you have no way to teleport out. Like, if you sit at a bonfire down there and you don't have the Lord Vessel, then you're just kind of like, you have to climb all the way back up. So, like, have fun with that. The area is also probably much more annoying to navigate if you're a lower level. So, even though you can get to it really early on, usually I avoid going to it for, like, a long time. Of course, to get there, we have to go through shitty Blighttown. How come this is, like, I get, like, blocked here? Like, this is really too steep for you to, like, walk up? Look, you can't even run up it. You have to, like, jump up it. It's kind of weird. But getting down to Ash Lake's kind of dangerous. You have to go down this, like, gigantic tree. There's petrification enemies that are annoying. You can easily fall and die. It's not the most pleasant experience if you have issues with it. Hopefully I won't really have issues with it, but even if I do, it's later on in the game, so I can just kind of, like, if I get cursed, I keep calling it petrify. If I get cursed by these enemies, it won't be too bad because I can warp around, plus I have purging stones on me. If I fall and die, I mean, it's kind of whatever. Like, it's mostly getting cursed that's the issue, I would say. But since we're so far into the game, even if it does happen, it really doesn't matter a ton. That was really weird. Hold on. Let me, like, my game went black for a second, but, like, I think my monitor cable might be a little loose. This is relatively unprofessional, but like I don't know, my monitor went like black for a second. But it looked like the recording didn't really get fucked up. I don't know. I guess I'll have to if you see some random black screen happen, I have no clue what caused it, but I'm definitely aware of it. If you didn't see it, then my monitor cable is probably loose. I guess I thought I was about to like crash for a second. I got really worried. Hopefully, because I had issues the other day. I know I talked about it, I think right after the Artorias boss fight, I talked about having issues. And I lost a little piece of a recording that ended up not being too big of a deal because I'd only been recording for like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes and I didn't really get anything done. But I'm still very paranoid about having issues and stuff. I don't think I'm out of the woods yet. Oh, come on. Am I really? There we go. I don't think I'm out of the woods yet because I appear to have nothing but issues for some reason. Like minor to moderate. Usually minor to moderate annoying issues. Like, I just want to fucking record and have like a good time and not have a bunch of issues, you know? Like, that's pretty much what I want to do, but I've had so many random, like, it hasn't been a ton, but it's definitely been enough to be pretty annoying. I've just had annoying PC issues. I don't even know where to go from here, but it's just in general been kind of crappy. So I'm really just kind of hoping that I don't have major issues. But I can't really seem to escape having issues for some reason. Thankfully I haven't crashed since the Dark Souls issue, but it's still fresh in my mind, and I just wish I could have like an issue-free fun time, you know? That's all I want. I don't even think it's asking too much. It's really like, I don't think it's asking too much. You know, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm me and I just don't want to have issues, but this area is also interesting in that there's probably several ways to jump down or drop down and get different items, but like you have that item right there, but I mean, you might be able to roll to it and be fine and get that. If anything, yeah, if anything, I should just like, I don't know. I think I could roll and make that. Let's see. Jumping would have been safer, but I know there's lots of items that are just kind of on branches that you have to drop down to and kind of know what you're doing. It's probably like not that complicated, but there are always several items that I just don't pick up here just because it's like, I don't even feel like trying to get that. Like, I know I'm just going to fall and die a bunch. I'm also not exactly sure if there are invisible walls around here, but I do try to... Uh-oh. That was almost real bad. I do try to just slap stuff when I walk by it to see anything that's suspicious. I just gotta poke with my sword. Sounds really bad now that I've said that out loud. But, you know what I'm trying to say. It's been so long since I played this game. I remember this game being, like, a lot more dangerous and a lot more difficult, but I've been playing Dark Souls stuff for, like, what? I don't know. Almost a decade at this point. I did play Demon's Souls when it was relatively new, but I was so bad at the game that I ended up quitting it. I told the story when I was playing Demon's Souls, the remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, that I ended up getting to a 1-2, and I could not kill the dogs that are kind of like below the bridge. Like, I kept dying to the dogs, and I just ended up, I was like, this game's like way too hard for me. And this was probably back in, like, I don't know, I want to say like 2009 or 2010, maybe 2008. I don't remember exactly when the original Demon's Souls came out. But I know it was pretty early on. Like, it wasn't very long after Demon's Souls had come out, and it was certainly before I tried playing Dark Souls, because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna play Dark Souls knowing full well that I got my ass handed to me playing Demon's Souls. So I just didn't record Dark Souls for a good bit. I would say probably when 2013 rolled around. By the end of 2012, early 2013, I was playing through the game on my own time, trying to figure out how to get better at it so that I could record it. Because I knew that if I tried to record Dark Souls, it was just gonna be like a mess. Like, I felt like people were gonna hate me because I was like really bad at it, and like no one would want to watch it. So I just didn't record it for the longest. But I definitely got stuck in Demon's Souls on like 1, 2. So I want to say like sometime between like, I don't know, I want to say like 2009 or 2010 was when I had that experience with Demon's Souls. And then just kind of ended up being like, yeah, I'm not going to play any Souls games. They're like way too difficult for me. And I kind of got interested in it. I know people kept asking me about it. And eventually I was like, you know, I'm going to figure out how to play the game. And started learning and started getting through the game on my own. Looked stuff up if I needed help. Ended up getting through the game. Recorded it. Probably not the best outing for a Souls game if you're looking for someone who's good at the game. I know a lot of people who watched me way back when are like, oh yeah, you know, I watched your Dark Souls stuff and it really helped me get through the game back then. But by now, that playthrough is like, I don't know, it's probably pretty outdated, and I almost guarantee I was like much worse at the game. I had to grind and stuff, you know, I had to do a lot of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with grinding to have to get through stuff. It's just that people who, man, these guys are fucking tanky. I forgot about these. I forgot about these big mushrooms. Oh god. Thank God I'm so leveled up and so geared, because these things will, like, absolutely knock you out in one punch if you come down here. If you come down here when you immediately get to Blighttown, like, these things will basically one-hit you, I feel like. They still do quite a bit of damage to me for being, like, oh, come on. They still do quite a bit of damage to me for being as, like, leveled up and geared as I am, but... Oh, you can backstab these little mushrooms? I didn't even know that. But yeah, you gotta be careful with these guys. These guys will just... These guys are gonna just mess your day up. So I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about, like, Dark Souls and figuring out how to play the game and stuff. I don't even know how I got on that topic, but... You know me at this point. I like to ramble about stuff. I get on a subject and then I just ramble about it. But personally, I mean, I don't care if people grind. I know other people don't really like watching playthroughs or whatever where people grind. I wouldn't say everybody. I wouldn't even say most people, but some people are very vocal about it, so... Unless I'm really having issues, I try to not grind. With probably the exception of, like, I don't know, Demon's Souls. Like, even in the remake, I did a little bit of grinding for, like, Bladestone and stuff. Because I wanted to upgrade my weapon. Like, I wanted a dex weapon, and I was like, I'm just going to use the Uchi. And unfortunately, to upgrade it to be, like, good with dex, you need Bladestone or whatever the hell it is. And it's just, like, a pain in the ass getting Bladestone. Plus healing items. Like, you don't just get flasks in Demon's Souls. You have to use the grass. Either way, we're at Ash Lake. Very interesting music, very interesting visuals. I don't know exactly where we are. We're like under Blighttown, but like I don't know. It's got its own kind of like ecosystem. Like it's just fucking weird. It's surrounded by, like, dark blue, black water. Just trees everywhere, random light piercing the clouds. It's just, like, the music, the visuals, it's just, like, such an odd place. I don't know. To me, it's just really odd. I don't know what the lore of this place is, but I would probably be pretty interested to know more about this place. We have the Hydra down here. The Hydra's not going to be too much of an issue, probably, because of how leveled up and geared I am now. That's probably going to be... That's probably going to be the motto going forward, is that most stuff at this point probably won't be too big of an issue just because of, like, where we are level-wise and gear-wise. We're pretty much at endgame. At least for, like, a first playthrough. Like a non-New Game Plus playthrough. But just like the other... Alright, just like the other Hydra. I guess this Hydra does a little bit more damage, I would say. I'm not sure if the other Hydra was hitting me quite as hard as this one did, but